everybody. I thought I'd try something new since it seems like any and all gun-related content I put up tends to get demonetized, and even a lot of the podcasts that have nothing to do with guns get demonetized. I thought I'd branch out into a little bit more of my own personal life outside of guns and that kind of nonsense. But we'll see. YouTube might demonetize this because they don't like to prevent house fires. Who knows? But the title of this video is how to make 20 cents and prevent a house fire, because that's what I just got through doing. I found 20 cents and I made this weird looking little piece of junk to vacuum out the lint trap in my dryer. Now, any of y'all that do your own laundry are probably aware that there's that little screen that you pull out and you clear all the lint out of every so often. You're supposed to do it every single time you run the dryer. If not, lint can build up, and I'm going to splice in a video right now to show you how flammable dryer lint really is. Now, the problem is, if the lint in your dryer gets hot enough and dry enough and it spontaneously ignites, you're going to have that little bit of fire multiplied quite a bit in your dryer where it's already nice and hot. And if you have a gas dryer like I do, it's now you now have a fire inside of a gas using device. So we could all see how that might be a little bit of a problem. But you know, house fires in this country do start because of dryer lint buildup. But the problem is a certain amount of lint can bypass your dryer filter every time you use it. In my case, I made this so that I could slip this onto the end of my shop vac and neck it down to this little bitty tube, which is nice and flexible and small, and I was able to get all the way down into the lint trap and suck all the dust out. Some of it was clumped up pretty good, and I had to pull it out, then pull it off the end of the tube and vacuum it out later. But the point is, I got that entire thing cleared out. And all this is a piece of vinyl tubing that I had left over from a product that I purchased, and I need all of it. And I think this is a little container of Lowry's garlic salt. So just junk that I keep lying around the house because I hate throwing stuff away that may have a use. And I found one. But I didn't show you how to use this thing because, quite frankly, there wasn't enough room in there for my head plus a camera plus this. But I'll show you exactly where this goes, and then we'll talk just a little bit more and we'll be done. Now, I apologize in advance for the weird angle, but this is kind of a constricted space and it's the only real way to get in there. This is my lint trap. Yours is probably going to be fairly similar. There's a little panel here that pulls out. It's just got a little bit of screen, and that normally is what catches all the lint. But if you look down inside this pocket, in my case, I found probably half a gallon bag full of lint. I'm still pulling some out, even having vacuumed all this out. So that is what is managing to bypass your lint trap, and over time it's going to build up into potentially enough to be a little bit of a problem. But with this little piece of junk that I made, I slipped this on the end of my shop vac, take this tube, run it all the way down there into the bottom, and now that is at the bottom of my lint trap. That is how much tubing I can stuff down in there and reach all the way down to the bottom, where you're never going to get your hands and you're never going to get like the crevice tool from a shop vac. The only real way to do it is something like this, something that's flexible and small that can reach down in here and suck all that junk out. But like I was saying, guys, I'm going to start a new video series. I don't really know what I'm going to call it yet, but it's going to be a little bit off the beaten path for me. This is going to be just stuff that I make because I'd rather build something than buy something, and ways to repurpose household junk because I do that a lot. It saves a little bit of money and it can prevent a headache. Sometimes you just have to think outside the box and look at the stuff you have around you and say, how can I make this useful? So we'll see if this gains any traction. If you like the video, I'd appreciate a like, share it, leave me a comment, let me know if this is something that's just completely useless, or if you might think there might be use for this kind of stuff. Like I said, I just made it out of stuff I had lying around the house, and if you get a little bit creative and a little bit handy, you can do the same. All I did was take this little plastic container, drill a hole through the end, just right size for the vinyl tubing, and then I wrapped some duct tape around the end to make sure that it wouldn't pull all the way through, and slipped on the end of my shop vac. Worked perfectly. But Matter of Facts podcast, leave me the comments. I appreciate your views, and there might be more of this kind of stuff in the future.